Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Giovanna's Tarot. I'm Giovanna, your new tarot bestie. Today we're going to have a long form video. Look, bottom of the deck, I love you. You are loved. This is this, okay? The subject for the week is love. We are love. Love is what is in the silence of your heart. And today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to bring yourself always back to that center space of your heart where you have the certainty that you are loved and that nothing is happening, nothing is rushing, nothing is finishing. There's simply a void. And in that void is the certainty that you are loved. And each day I'm going to remind you of this practice because this is a practice. You need to become aware that you are loved. And you need to become aware that the only person rushing you throughout your day is yourself. You are rushing yourself through your day. You are telling yourself constantly things that make you rush. And this is all based on my own experience, but it's also based on my own research of my experience, based on different decks that I use. I've been using Wisdom Oracle deck, the Mary Magdalene deck. These are my two go-to right now, and tarot, of course. So the first card that we got for this week is the Death card. And the Death card, well, the Death card is number 13. It's also the card of rebirth. So death is rebirth. Everything that dies is born again because we are energy and energy never stops. Energy transforms, but energy keeps going. Energy never stops. Energy is infinite and it never stops. And we are energy. So death is just a part of the death is just a part of the journey, and death means a new beginning, but it also means letting go of something about yourself. It's letting go of something that you no longer want to be. It's letting go of a way of being that is no longer going to accompany you throughout the journey. And you need to be brave enough to say, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to stop doing this in order to keep going and keep receiving abundance and love. Okay? So faith, hope, and love. I am faith, hope, and love. Okay? I am anchored in love. That was the card that we got today from the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck. And it opened a big discussion that I'm going to share with you. Because when you are anchored in love, everything else is transient. Everything else is changing or has the possibility of dying. But the only thing that doesn't have the possibility of dying is your soul. And your soul is love. So ego dies. Even throughout your life with the Death card, you live different deaths, right? And you let go of parts of you as you advance in the journey of life. The only thing that transcends and that is always permanent throughout the journey is the love that is underlying everything and that is right here located in your heart centered. So this piece of content that I am creating today for this channel, Giovanna's Tarot, welcome. If you have never seen me, I am Giovanna, your new tarot bestie. Follow, subscribe, give me a like, comment if this video has made you think or feel or connect to the words that I'm speaking, because that is the objective. The objective is to sustain, to help, to hold the space for people to connect to their heart, to their love, to what they truly are. Because what you truly are is inside of your heart. It's your soul. And your soul never dies. Your body dies, your personality dies, and transmutes throughout your life, which is the Death card that we started talking about. But the love that you are never dies. So what does it make you feel when you think, I am love? I am anchored in love. Who would you be if you reminded yourself throughout your day that you are anchored in love? What would love do? That's an excellent question to ask yourself. Okay? Important practices that you can do right away throughout this week to remember this. The first question is, who would I be if I knew that I was eternally loved? Who would I be? How would I act if I knew I was eternally loved? That creates a sensation in your body. Notice where that sensation is. Write about it. I invite you to journal about it right now. Right now, write the question, who would I be in this situation if you are faced with a challenge if I knew I was eternally loved? And I invite you to journal about it and investigate about it. And if you want, leave me in the comments. Who would you be if you knew that you were eternally loved and sustained at this time? Who would you be? Allow yourself that question for today. The second thing that I want to bring up is silence. Silence is a treasure that is located inside of you, and it's the void. In silence, you discover who you are, and you are that which is unnameable. You are. I am. If you repeat I am, if you sit in silence and you only repeat I am, you will get to I am. I am that which is unnameable, which is God, which is spirit, which is the source of everything. But the beauty of this is that you have access to this 24/7. So one practice that I've started doing today, and I am presenting to you today, Monday, 17th of February, 19, oh my God, 2025. And that I want to share with you, with this community, Giovanna's Tarot. Follow, subscribe, and comment if this video is really connecting to your soul and you have something to add or share about what you're feeling. The creation that you are experiencing, the reality that you are experiencing right now is only yours. And it only has the meaning that you give to it. So everything that happens in your reality, that comes to your reality, is neutral. You give meaning to what happens, okay? So I'm going to talk about like really trivial things that happen to me in my morning or in my day, and that maybe you feel identified or maybe not, but maybe you can adapt it to what happens to you. I don't work in an office. It's been 4 years since I don't work in an office, and I feel amazing because I am on purpose. I create content. I am letting go of the resistance of creating content the way my soul wants to create content. And this is what I want you to identify. Every time you say you want to do something, your ego, to keep you safe and keep you constrained and keep you in your safe zone and in what you says, don't do it. It resists you doing what you want to do. So we live in a little bit of a fight with our soul wanting to expand and our ego wanting to keep us small and limited and safe. Safe because we don't want to be eaten by the lions, okay? So every time I say, I'm going to create a video for YouTube, I'm going to create these long versions of videos so people have content that they can consume at any time and they can learn about what I'm learning and what my soul desires to teach, right? But then what happens? No, I don't know how to edit. No, I don't know how to YouTube. YouTube is super complicated. That takes so much time. Let me just do a live. I'll go and do a live on TikTok. I have a big thriving community on TikTok, and it's been the platform where I discovered my community, where I discovered the things that I talk about, where I was able to connect with real people, because Instagram was really limited for me and it didn't work for me. Okay? So what do I want to say with this? What I mean by this is that every time you have a desire that you want to do something, create, go and experience something, or do something outside of your box, of your little box of the ego that you created, which contains your personality, what people told you you are, what society tells you you should be, your ego is going to present a resistance and it's going to be uncomfortable. So when you are presented with that resistance, all you have to do is say, this is a repeat pattern. This is a repeat pattern. I let go of this pattern. Just repeat it. This is a repeat pattern. I let go of the pattern. There is no rush. That's another one that I've been repeating all morning because I want to do certain things in a certain amount of time, and time is an illusion, and you rush yourself. So you go through the morning rushed, and you're rushed through the making the breakfast, and you're rushed walking the dog, and I'm rushed doing everything to just rush and sit down here to finally make the video. And throughout those 6 hours, I woke up at 8, it's 1 o'clock. So throughout those 7 hours, I kept repeating to myself, there is no rush. This is a repeat pattern. I let go of the pattern. What is the pattern? The pattern is telling myself I have to do 20 things before I sit down and do the video. But I'm here and I did it and I pushed through. And that's what I want to tell you. Every time you have a desire to do something, there will be these obstacles that come up. And it's your own judgment of what you want to do. And these judgments are just meant to keep you safe. This might be like a lot of information, but it's not meant to be a lot of information for you to understand. I just want you to capture the practice. And the practice is, there is no rush. This is a pattern I'm repeating. I let go of the pattern and I do it anyway. I relax. I bring myself back to relax. This is a pattern I'm repeating and I take action. I take action from a place of calm because I understood two things. There is no rush. This is a pattern I'm repeating. Ooh, look. This is a pattern I'm repeating. And I do it anyway. I do it anyway from a place of joy, from my heart. Okay? So hopefully you've understood so far that the death card is here to remind us that we are constantly dying. Our personality is constantly transforming and dying to the way of being that we were yesterday, or a month ago, or 6 months ago, or a year ago, or 15 years ago. So you are allowed to die and be reborn. You are allowed to die and transform to a new way of being. And in every situation that you want to do something new, which is challenging, your own judgments are going to start putting your little barriers to keep you safe. And when you feel that resistance, because that resistance is going to be like, no, I shouldn't do that video. No, I shouldn't do that. No, I shouldn't go to the party. No, I shouldn't apply to that job. I shouldn't create that course. I shouldn't reach out to that friend. I shouldn't. And just take it back and say, this is a pattern. I let go of resistance and I do it anyway. This is a pattern. I let go of resistance and I do it anyway. What is your superpower? What is fueling everything that I'm saying? It's the void. It's the silence inside that reminds you that you are love and that you are eternally loved. And if you bring yourself back to silence, you empower yourself. Because underneath it all, underneath all the judgment, all the ideas that you have about yourself, of your personality, of how should things be, is an everlasting, never-ending, unconditional love that you are. You are that. You are that love. And I'm here to remind you that. This is Giovanna's Tarot, your new tarot bestie. Click this video, hit it if you liked it. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you can apply, if this is something that you are understanding, that it's reaching you. Let me know if it reached you. It's important for me to know because this is an experiment and I'm using this as my anchor for the whole week. So today's Monday. This whole week, we're going to talk about being anchored in love because love is the only thing that really exists. Everything else is fear and your judgment of the reality that is happening. That's the only two things that exist. Reality that is happening around you is neutral. You are giving it meaning every time it comes to you. Every time you get the call to pay the bill or to go to the doctor or somebody calls you with a problem, all those feelings that come up are you from the inside. It's your world from the inside, judging what's happening, okay? If you are able to bring yourself back to calm, to neutral, to the center, to the void, in that center there is love. And it's the underlying current that makes everything happen. It makes you breathe, just like we're breathing right now. It makes you be present. It makes you want to share your voice if you feel inclined to. It makes you want to share your creation if you feel inclined to. It makes you want to help the person next to you. It makes you be a good person, basically. It makes you want to survive if you are not thriving right now, if you are suffering, if you are in pain. Love is the only thing that keeps you going. And I hope that you've already figured that out on your own. But if you have not, I am here this week, 17th of February, 2025, to remind you that love is the anchor and that we can transcend the ego. And the way that we transcend the ego is remembering that we are love and creating spaces of silence and reminding ourselves throughout the day, because we're going to make this practical. It's not just about sitting down and meditating, which is great. If you have a meditation practice, congratulations, keep doing it. If you have a journaling practice in the morning, do it. That's another way of anchoring yourself. But throughout the day, when you get rushing, you gotta tell yourself, there is no rush. There's only my perception of things needing to happen quickly. There is no rush. There is no rush. Okay? And I feel resistance, when you feel resistance, somebody calls you, you get a bill, you get a responsibility, your son asks you for something, your mom calls you, your husband calls you, whatever, your boss asks you for something. All those feelings that come up, everything that comes up, that's resistance. And you just say, this is a pattern that's repeating itself. I calm myself down. I am love. This is a pattern and it's repeating itself. And usually what will happen is it comes up, you feel the resistance, like you're like, I don't want to pay this, I don't have the money, what am I going to do, how am I going to do this? All the doubts come in. That's the fear. But it's also, what I want you to identify is that it is the resistance. It's the resistance to everything is fine, everything is neutral, there is no rush, and this is just a pattern that I'm repeating. And if you're able to do that consistently, you will bring yourself to that place, which is a neutral place where nothing has meaning and where you are sustained and loved permanently, forever and ever. That's your nature. That's the fountain. That's where it comes from. That's the origin. It's a never-ending fountain of love, which is inside of you. And you can only access it through silence. So if you meditate, you know that this is so. If you've done a retreat where you're in silence, you know that this is so because you have had the experience. But the question is, how do you bring it to your day-to-day? How do you bring it to that morning when you're rushing, that afternoon when you're rushing, when your kid is asking you for something and you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do your hair and you have to do your makeup, and like, do I wash my hair or do I go to the gym or do I fast? Do I fast or do I have breakfast? That conversation, which I think 80% of all women have. There's even like memes and videos on Instagram talking about this all day, right? Like, we live in this constant state of, do I do this or do I do that? No. And we're constantly judging. And I'm not demonizing judgment in the sense that judgment has a purpose and it keeps us safe. And it's what creates our personality, perceived personality, because it's our perceived personality. I'm not Giovanna. I am a soul. I am transcendent and I am love. I believe that I am Giovanna. I believe that I am this suit with this hair and this face and in this expression. But let's take it one step further. Let's take it one step further. And that's when you anchor in faith, hope, and love. Faith, hope, and love. But the strongest of all is love, because it's what you are. And it's what's underlying everything. Love is what makes your breath come in and out. Love is that's my puppy. Love is what makes the sun come out. It is. And there's nothing else you can do about it. It's a reality as big as the sun. Okay? When you exist permanently in that awareness, you calm down and you stop rushing. There is no rush. So if this video does something for you today, Monday, and you can apply it throughout the week. I'm going to push out reminders all week, but this is the main content for the week. There is no rush. I am loved. I am loved. And when I meet a challenge in my reality, some sort of challenge, some sort of resistance, something that I don't want, something that I'm looking at and I'm like, I don't want this. Ew, I don't want to do this presentation. I don't want to have to call this client. I don't want to charge. I don't want to raise my prices. I don't want to do the course. I don't want to, whatever it is you need to do. I don't want to talk to my superior. Remind yourself, this is a pattern and it's repeating itself, because it most likely is a pattern. You're just stuck in the same patterns over and over again. So the way of stepping away from the pattern is bringing your mind to awareness. Bring your mind to awareness. This is a pattern. It's repeating itself. I calm myself down. I calm myself down. There is no rush. There is no resistance. It's only me putting the resistance to whatever it is that is happening. Okay? I hope you guys have questions about this video, because that will help me gauge if you're listening, if it's interesting to you, if it's working, if it's resonating with the right people, which I'm sure it will. But yeah, that's the idea. The idea is that I can experiment with myself as well and this content. Journaling prompts. I'm going to leave you a couple of journaling prompts down here in this video as well. Who am I in the silence of my heart? Who am I when I admit that I am loved? Who am I when I admit that I am loved? Who am I when I believe I am not rushing? There is no rush. Who am I when I believe there is no rush? That would be the question. Okay? Okay. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching up till here. Leave me your comments, reflections, anything that come out of this video. I would really appreciate it. Also, subscribe, like, and I'm Giovanna. This is Giovanna's Tarot. I'm happy that you're here. Welcome. And till next video. Bye.